That's going to be something. That's going to be off the chain totally. It's going to be complete Memphis Madness, and we're going to keep talking about Memphis Madness. And why am I going on this stick? It's because you all should know that, you know, in Memphis, Tennessee, Hispanic, black or white, we love the Tigers. We love the Memphis Tigers. We have this beautiful football stadium behind me where they play and have much success lately, of course. All right, and we also, not many people know this, but we also have a strong disdain for the University of Tennessee. Can you corroborate with that with me, Brian?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what do people say about the Tennessee Volunteer fans?
Rednecks.
A bunch of rednecks? Actually, technically, they're hillbillies. Well, around here, they're rednecks because there are no hills around here. So.
That's true.
Okay, but over there in East Tennessee, they're hillbillies. Ethnically, a different thing, but you know, we don't need to get into that. That's for another.
Well, that is true. It's more of a geographic term.
More for geographic, but we'll get that into another video. But anyhow, aside from the ethnogeography of hillbilliness versus redneckdom, which is a very appropriate conversation, talking about our great state of Tennessee, whose flag is up there. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, right up there. Okay, and notice it's not orange. All right, I got a critical. Okay, I'm going to go on a little mini rant about University of Tennessee fans, and I'm going to link it to Hispanic Heritage Month. Watch this. Okay. Okay. First of all, they are super delusional and they eat their young. Okay. How did they treat Phil Fulmer, the only coach they ever had, to win them a national championship when he had a down season before and he was a University of Tennessee player. They fired him because the uproar of their fan base before his contract was up. He had won them a championship. What do you think about that, Brian?
It's crazy.
That's crazy. They're crazy. That's right, they're crazy. And they've been crazy for a very long time. A very long time. Did you see that video from Trey Crowder that I showed, the liberal redneck?
I did.
I did, okay. Now, he's got his head on straight most of the time, okay? You know, he came out with a video, and I'll link it, and I'll link the references to the video in question, by the way. But he came out with a video, and he's talked about how stupid the wall was, how crazy it was we were detaining Hispanic children at the border in violation of all our own international treaties. But Mr. Craig Crowder, I am talking to you right now. It says you have been drinking that big orange Kool-Aid, and way, way, way too much of it. Because here's what he came back with, okay? I didn't realize he outed himself as a Tennessee fan, by the way, in this video. I don't know if you did catch that, didn't you, Brian?
I did.
Okay, all right. I figured you would. It's too obvious, even you know, even to those who are not familiar with University of Tennessee. But anyhow, he came out saying that what? He tried Greg Kavanaugh and all this crazy circus with that nomination, with the fact that they revolted against that Greg Schiano, the defense coordinator of Ohio State, who had been hired to replace that loser they had just fired. I don't know if you remember this a couple years ago, this uproar about Greg Schiano, and they said, oh no, he was at Penn State. He was at Penn State when he was involved in all that stuff with the guys playing with the little boys in Penn State, when nothing had directly implicated on such. That wasn't it. They don't rise up and say, well, what, you know, all that all of a sudden without question, without an investigation as to what's going on. There was no allegation he was ever done this. Here's my theory about that, and you tell me, Brian, if I'm making sense about this, okay? So you tell me, what do you think? I think they were actually in an uproar because they didn't want an Italian-American Yankee to be the head coach of University of Tennessee football.
It could be.
That could be. I mean, imagine this. You're thinking about it. They went all into an uproar all of a sudden without directly investigating what his role was. It said abuses of those little kids at Penn State. All right. But they said, oh no, 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 we don't want any little boy abusers in our state. As if, but we got, well, you know, daughter abusers in high places around here. They don't hold their politicians to that standard, do they? No, of course not.
So they may not have suddenly grown a sense of morality?
I do not think they suddenly grew a sense of morality or propriety at all. At all, because they're all of them almost are still supporting Kavanaugh. How would you like that? See, it wasn't about abuses of little boys. It was never about that. Here's what it was. It was about, they didn't want somebody up taking the podium, press conference saying, that's right, we had our plan, we practiced all hard all week, and we ran the plan, bada bing, bada boom, we scored, we won. What do you think? How do you like that? They didn't want that. That's what they did not want, because because I talk to people at the bars, is we need people who understand the culture. We wanted a man he understands the culture of SEC. No, they wanted something that they could identify with. Make sense?
Makes sense.
When they say that, they're proving your point. Because I heard we need people who understand the culture in the SEC. Give me a break. Give me a break. Trey Crowder, you have been drinking too much of that orange Kool-Aid. I mean, it's some powerful stuff. It's like Jim Jones powerful. If somebody like that can fall under this influence. But as I said, you know, the people in Tennessee have been crazy for a long, long time. By the way, we as Mexicans and Mexican Americans, maybe even Latinos in general, should be really, really, really really nonplussed about the fact that they put that mascot and that state name for the Tennessee Volunteers. Why do you ask? Do you know, Brian?
I do not.
You do not. Well, I'm about to tell you. They got that name because at first they volunteered to get to join the army to repel the Spanish from the Gulf Coast and from Florida. And then they rejoined General Jackson's. While they were down there, they joined General Jackson's defense of New Orleans, which probably should have still been Spanish by that point. But no. Anyway, later on, and get this. You know, we've heard about the wall. We need to build the wall. Everybody we talk to who is not of color almost talks about that damn wall. There's already a wall there, already a fence. If the wall didn't go all the way over, it's because you can't build a wall there. It's crazy. The territory is nuts. All right, but anyway, we know about what's the name? Davy Crockett.
Yes.
Davy Crockett. So what did Davy Crockett do?
Wore a lot of hats.
He wore a lot of hats, a lot of squirrel caps, coonskin caps and stuff. Yeah, so he took a trip to a foreign land. What was that? On horseback.
Yeah. Tennessee.
From Tennessee, where'd he go?
Good question.
He went to Mexico. He went to Mexico. That's right. He went to Mexico. He went to Mexico illegally, like many of the people who went with him. What part of Mexico did he go to?
The Texas part.
Texas, that's right. Texas was part of Mexico back then. Can you believe that? Okay, so then they immigrate illegally and they riot and I believe U.S. forces came and joined up and behind them, dressed in plain clothes, and defeated the Mexican army while it was asleep. But not that I'm proud. I mean, Santana has his problems, and we're not proud. We don't really claim him. Okay, we're not proud of him. He was a dickhead. Sorry for the language. Okay, he wasn't cool. But anyway, we can understand everybody's thing about illegal immigration because that is that which they're guilty of it. They're guilty of it. And then they volunteer. They call for 3,000 people to volunteer for the state of Tennessee to join Zachary Taylor's army. How many showed up, Brian? after they call it the 3,000.
Was it 100 and
30,000, Brian.
wrong one?
Really, but you're, you know, a whole lot of people, right?
Right.
30,000 people joined to fight Mexico. For what reason? We don't know. There wasn't no good reason. I'll tell you what it was. To spread slavery into Texas, where Mexico had banned it, and in the other parts of Texas where it was banned even longer, of Mexico where it was banned even longer, that would eventually be annexed to the United States. So that's the duty that Tennesseans volunteered for. So I gotta wake up a little about that, just a little bit of tidbit of history. So, naturally, we in Memphis don't like University of Tennessee. If you've met enough of these Tennessee fans around here in Memphis, you know why. People live in Tennessee, you live in Tennessee. No, we live in Memphis. We cheer for these guys, right? Right? Not Tennessee. And if you are of Mexican descent like myself, you have another reason to dislike the Tennessee Volunteers altogether. Anyway, that's it for today. Ryan, thank you for being a cameraman today. We will see you for another Hispanic Heritage Fun tidbit later on. Adios!